Hello, everybody, and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. The next series of episodes will take you around Warsaw, looking at what is perhaps the most captivating and surprising feature of Poland today. That is the Warsaw skyline. Warsaw has the sixth highest skyline in Europe. That's after Moscow, Paris, London, Istanbul, and Frankfurt. The Warsaw Center, under construction now, promises to be 310 meters, and at that height, the tallest skyscraper outside of Moscow in Europe. Tall buildings are nothing new for Warsaw, surprisingly enough. Not a lot of people know that the tallest skyscraper in Central Europe was in Warsaw in about 1910. That's the radio tower. And then there was the Prudential Insurance Building, now the Warsaw or the Warszawa Hotel. So Warsaw skyline has in recent years become one of the most impressive in Europe. And it's continuing to rise. The Warsaw Tower will be marginally higher at 310 meters than the Shard in London. So we are going to go from the old to the new over the next series of episodes. And we'll also take a trip around the Palace of Culture, that iconic landmark which was a present from the Soviet Union to the people of Warsaw. Actually more like an offer you couldn't refuse. So sit back and come along. We'll try to show you something constructive, entertaining, and informative. I suppose we can build on that. So it's Poland Daily, and we're looking at the Warsaw skyline. Come along. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another startling, educational, interesting, fascinating, etc.
Go on.
Installment.
I like it.
Tremendous.
Now I know how it is.
Fantabulous.
Okay.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious edition of Poland Daily Travel. I'm here with Arthur Gorniewski, who you may notice is looking like a movie star in this episode. We all have a lot to do to keep up with him. At any rate, behind me, you will see not a truncated version of the Empire State Building.
Palace of Culture and Science, as we call it.
In Warsaw. We're not in New York.
But it also has a viewing terrace on the top.
Why did you say that right now?
Oh, sometimes it happens that I do things too soon.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it does have a viewing terrace, but that's not what I wanted to talk about now.
Okay.
You think maybe we'll go up there?
Yeah.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see if they'll let us in. Maybe we can go and take secret pictures with our phones. Who knows?
But what a history of this building, right?
Yes! It's funny you should mention. Now, you may have...
That's my duty, that's my shift.
It's your shift.
That's my legacy.
Actually, we're just down Świętokrzyska Street now, aren't we?
Okay, correct.
Where we were before. The Warsaw Hotel.
Yes.
Showing pictures of the skyline.
Yes.
Starting off and previously at the old, the radio building.
Correcto.
Yeah, we did all of those things. Thank you for agreeing. I appreciate it. You're very kind. You're in a good mood today.
No, I have a good teacher.
What?
What?
Who is that person? They should be absconded with, or chastised perhaps. No, I don't know what absconded means. Chastised, I do. It happened to me a lot. At any rate, I would say that the history of this building is inseparable from the reconstruction of the city. Because, here's a story I heard. And I'm going to tell you the story. You tell me if this is true or not, and your vast knowledge of the city, okay, and this country. I heard that after the Second World War, there was a fella by the name of Joseph Stalin. Now, I don't know if you're a history buff, but he was a pretty important figure in the communism movement. And that fella, after the war, said to Poland, because the Russians took over Poland after the war, Second World War, he said to the people about 1950 or something, he said, hey, I give you a choice between having a new metro or having the Palace of Culture and Science.
Or the third option was...
What was the third option?
University.
Or, I didn't know that. Or a university. Oh, I never heard that. Okay.
There were three options.
There were three options.
People were voting.
Right?
But it doesn't matter who votes, it does matter who counts the votes.
Okay.
So as a result, it turned out that like 99% of Warsawians wanted to have this one, the building for the society, for the people.
They really wanted it.
Well,
No, come on. That was a fixed vote, wasn't it? They wanted the metro.
that's
didn't
what I said, that it does matter who counts the
they?
votes.
It doesn't matter who counts.
And according
Okay.
to that counting, it turned
Counting.
yes,
Right.
that
The accounting.
Lev Rudniev, the architect of
He
that
was
building.
the architect. Now, I read
Correct.
something about him. That's true. Lev Rudniev.
Correct.
Yeah.
He was also designing another of such buildings.
Was he designing him in Moscow? wasn't he?
5 of them in Moscow in
Right.
in a shape
There are
of
5 just like this in Moscow.
pretty similar.
Or similar. One of them's the University of Moscow, right?
And
cetera,
one
et
of them is hotel.
Yeah. One's a hotel. Okay.
And one we have in here, it's the greatest out of all of such buildings constructed outside Moscow. And also a very important fact of that
Is
building.
the tallest or the largest?
The
'Cause
tallest, the largest, the freakiest, the most
The
beautiful.
freakiest, I think, is right. Because look, this building looks like it was very tall and somebody pushed it down and spread out. They call it the wedding cake, right? For this.
When it comes to the cake
Right.
thing, we call the ornamentation of that building a dream of a crazy baker.
The dream of a crazy baker.
Correct.
The dream of the crazy baker.
The beautiful ornamentation that you can see over there that we didn't have to modernize even once. Such a good quality of that building.
It's interesting, isn't it? No, it's very ornate. We'll see later because we're going to really show some of the shots of the details, and it's very social realist, man.
Exactly.
Get real.
Yes, now that's a gift for you Warsawians, Joseph Stalin
Yeah,
says.
that's what he
It's
said.
a gift from Mother Russia to their best friend Poland. So now we take care of you. We liberated your country after World War
Oh,
II.
yeah.
Now we take over control, and you are not like these greedy capitalists on the
No,
West working
no.
only for yourself.
No.
You are working for the nation.
For the
so
nation.
that's a gift from the nation to the people. You don't
Yeah, yeah.
sleep over there. You
Yeah, yeah.
don't live over there.
Hey.
You just go over there to
Yeah.
the cinema. What's over
Oh,
there
yeah.
at the moment?
There's a cinema.
with 8
Yeah.
screens. There are 3 theaters.
I like that cinema, actually.
2 restaurants, Museum of
Yeah.
Technology,
Yeah.
a university, offices, Congress Hall. I was attending Olympic-sized swimming pool over there
There's
when
an
I was a
Olympic
kid.
swimming pool.
My mama was paying. Best
Your
regards
who?
to my
Your-
mama.
your mom?
Yes.
Mama.
She was paying 5 zloty a
Mama.
month. 5 zloty
Amazing.
a month for me to attend the swimming pool twice a week.
Well, that's a pretty story.
So the Palace of Culture and Science really was constructed for the people. Even though surely we needed underground metro or another investments in
Yeah.
the city, then this was done to glorify new Joseph Stalin's power in here. And till today, it's the highest. Let's stick to the topic, right? The highest skyscrapers in Warsaw. Till today, it's the highest structure in the city. It's
And the largest building.
237 meters.
But it's also the largest building, not just the tallest. Because that's
Exactly.
just the central part, but all the stuff around. And then there's this lower level that goes all the way around. There's 2 theaters. There's
Congress Hall.
There's a Congress
Entire
Hall.
place is for the Congress Hall over
I saw
there.
Bob Dylan play there.
You did.
I did, yeah.
Wonderful.
And a few other people.
Did you go on your own, or like there was some kind of arrangement?
Why do you care?
Well, no,
Why do you want to know that? I was reporting on the concert.
Okay, you
I
were
was writing
reporting
about
on
the
the
concert for Billboard magazine.
So
Yeah.
see, this building gave you some job to do.
Exactly. And I also worked for the impresariat at the theater studio once upon a time.
There you go.
Which is a very good theater. One time it was the groundbreaking theater in Europe. And I know the director now. She's a very nice lady. They're doing great productions. They recently did Madame Butterfly in the summer.
Okay.
She produced it. Yeah.
You know,
And I can't remember her name, but she's a nice lady.
There is one
It
more
just
thing.
skipped my mind.
there is one more crucial thing about this building.
What would that be?
Do you recall such alliance called NATO? North
The NATO
Atlantic
Alliance? Yeah, I heard
Yes.
of them.
Okay, so when NATO was created, Joseph Stalin decided to create an opposite alliance
Right.
called Warsaw Pact,
The Warsaw Pact.
which was signed in that building.
Oh, it was signed here.
And
In the
today,
Congress Hall or just somewhere in the building?
somewhere in the building,
Yeah.
in the office
Because
area.
they used to have, the reason it's a Congress Hall is because they used to have the party Congress meetings for the the Polish Soviet peoples, etc.
Of course they did.
You know, people think we're joking about this stuff. No, it's real.
Isn't it amazing?
Young
as far,
people would think we're making it up. We're
as
not.
far as we are presenting that cyclation of Polish history,
Cycle.
of it,
Cyclation is what you get when you can't say cycle properly. You get a
Okay.
cyclation in your
Okay.
brain.
So see,
And it
this is
changes the
how
way
I
you
learn
think.
English. I also learn English
You were
over
teaching me Polish.
Okay, so let's keep up.
I know what you
Grzegorz
mean. I know what you mean.
Brzęczykiewicz. Okay, so look,
Yeah,
once
I
upon
got
a
it, I
time,
got it.
Warsaw
Was that good?
Pact signing here.
Yeah.
So Joseph Stalin wanted to prove that it's not Soviet Union idea, but one of satellite countries of it
Right.
to create the opposite alliance to NATO. And now Poland is considered to be one of most important NATO members. We were holding
That's right,
NATO summit
That
in
is true.
2016.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
also today, in 2019, we are...
Bookends with the British. Bookends of Europe, Poland and Britain.
Yes,
Bookends on the edges.
yes,
Yeah. Of the EU rather.
of course. Yep, so what a place. Once upon a time there was a residential district right in here, buildings one next to each other packed, very narrow streets, and at the moment that central section of Warsaw is arranged to have
Empty.
such a
This is
beautiful
all
park
empty, yeah.
and a fountain.
We're right in the center of town. Well, we see the fountain, yes, but and we're on the north side of the building, but there's a huge park all the way around, or an empty space, which in most cities this would be buildings, buildings, buildings.
I think one day soon.
Yeah, you think there is a plan. Actually, there's always been a plan to either take this building down in the beginning, but now people say don't do it, or they have for a long time say don't destroy the building. We love it. We love it. We love our oppression. Give us more. Or build up. There was also a plan to build buildings around it, and that's the latest plan.
You know,
isn't it?
before World War II, my great-great-grandfather from
Yeah.
my grandmother's side established right in here one of first Warsawian pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
So also the history of my family is connected with this
Right
place.
here in this area.
Right
just
here at
across the street.
Right
Just
here
right
at Świętokrzyska Street.
Just right across the street.
Just right across the street.
Wow. What a wonderful story.
What a
Yeah.
wonderful
Oh,
story.
come on, let's walk up to the fountain. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Look at this building. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, I do.
Look how tall that spire is.
Oh,
you see,
wow.
Now they're measuring it. The actual height is not as tall as the, the actual height of the building is a lot less than, what'd you say, 237 meters?
Correct.
Yeah, because of the spire makes it. That was a very
Look,
ambitious
it's written
spire.
in here. Tu była ulica Pańska. There was Pańska Street in here.
Ah,
Can you
there was a
see?
street here.
And it's marked, so it means that there were
Yeah.
buildings right in here and right over there.